When you think of powerful tank forces, you probably imagine the US Abrams, Russia's T-90, or Germany's Leopard 2. But what about Canada? Does the Canadian Army even have a modern tank fleet? And if so, how does it compare to the rest of the world? Canada once had a proud tank legacy, from the Shermans of World War II to modern Leopard 2s. But in today's rapidly evolving battlefield, does Canada still need tanks? Or is its fleet becoming obsolete? Canada's armored history goes back to World War II, when Canadian forces played a key role in the Normandy landings, using Sherman tanks and specialized armored vehicles. After the war, Canada adopted British Centurion tanks, which remained in service until the 1970s. But as NATO shifted towards modern, faster, and more lethal tanks, Canada faced a tough choice: invest in new tanks or phase them out entirely. Instead of building its tanks, Canada turned to Germany, acquiring Leopard 1 tanks in the 1970s. These served well, but by the 2000s, they were outdated and vulnerable against modern threats. With the war in Afghanistan, Canada realized its older Leopards were too lightly armored for modern combat. So, in 2007, Canada leased and later purchased Leopard 2A6M tanks from Germany, built to withstand IEDs, RPGs, and modern threats. Compared to the Leopard 1, the Leopard 2A6M had thicker composite armor, better fire control systems, and a 120mm smoothbore gun capable of piercing enemy tanks at long range. Canada also purchased Leopard 2A4S for training and support roles, upgrading some with better armor packages. Canada operates 82 Leopard 2 tanks today, but how do they hold up against modern threats? Unlike European nations with dense road networks, Canada faces a unique challenge. Its vast, rugged terrain and extreme winters make tank deployment difficult. Most of Canada's tanks are stationed in Alberta, but moving them across the country in the event of war would be slow and expensive. The cold climate also puts strain on tank engines and electronics, making maintenance a major challenge. And then there's the bigger question: are tanks still useful? The war in Ukraine has shown how vulnerable tanks are to drones, guided missiles, and modern artillery. Some military experts argue that tanks are becoming outdated, while others insist they're still crucial for ground warfare. With rising tensions in Europe and the Arctic, Canada is being pressured to increase its defense spending. But should that money go into more tanks, or into drones, missile systems, and cyber warfare? One option is modernizing Canada's existing fleet, upgrading the Leopard 2s with better sensors, active protection systems, and new ammunition to keep them relevant on the modern battlefield. Another option? Phasing out heavy tanks in favor of lighter, unmanned armored vehicles, similar to what the US and other NATO allies are exploring. So, does Canada need tanks? For now, the Leopard 2 remains a powerful asset, but with rapid advancements in anti-tank warfare, Canada will need to adapt to survive the modern battlefield.